Alrighty, it's been a bit, folks, but things are still progressing around here on all of our projects. What I wanted to show you is a piece of equipment that I decided to purchase. Now, for the last decade or so, I have been watching them and waiting for the right one to come up at the right price. Now, that finally happened. So, I ended up purchasing it, and here we are. So what I purchased is this AMH Blue Boy pipe bender. It's getting to the point where in the area where I live, there are very few competent exhaust shops left. There's lots that, well, I shouldn't even say lots, there's about 4 places locally within an hour's drive that can bend pipe. Only one of them is really good, and the one that's good is very expensive. So that brings us to this point in time. So I was looking for something that I could do as a part-time business to help offset the cost of building cars for myself, right? Because that's certainly not cheap. So I kept an eye out, and eventually this one popped up. And it is in exceptionally good condition. It's actually about 20 years old, believe it or not. But the guy that had it was very good about maintaining it. And he was also very good about making sure it had every accessory imaginable. So it has everything to do from 1.5 inch pipe up to 3 inches. So I had to get a couple hydraulic lines made for it, and I replaced those, and I put a fresh hydraulic filter on it, and I changed the fluids. But other than that, it's in very good shape. And the upside to this is now we no longer have to farm out any exhaust work. Instead, all of our exhaust work on our vehicles can be done by ourselves here in the shop. So that makes me quite happy, because truth be told, I'm kind of picky about things, and I know how I want things done, and unfortunately that doesn't always translate to how they get done. But moving forward, it certainly will, with at least our exhaust. So what I'm going to do is I got some pipe and stuff. I'll give you a little demonstration. I'm going to make up some exhaust for my Ford tractor, for my mutt, my loader tractor. I'm going to take the horizontal exhaust system off it and put a vertical exhaust system on it. And that means bending up some pipe. Okay, so we're gonna bend 1.5 inch pipe. So what we need here is all of our 1.5 inch dies, right? So we're gonna take the 2 long shoes, and then that one's our die. As you can see, they're all color coded and labeled. So the good part here is we have full-size shoes, and for some of the sizes we also have basically 2/3 shoes and then 1/3 shoes. So we're gonna take the 2 full-size shoes, because we're gonna do a full-size radius, and we'll get going on that. Okay, with our dies on there, let me grab the pipe, and we'll bring the machine into the pipe to hold it for us. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make our bend now. Now, I keep having to move it because I suffer from a small shop. Okay, so with our radius made, I just have it clamped in here so I can cut the end of the pipe off, so that I can go ahead and I'm gonna flare the ends out because there's gonna be a muffler in here, obviously, and then I'll make a tailpipe out of this end. Okay, let's make a tailpipe. So there's the tailpipe. What we're gonna do is I'll slash cut it so it looks a little nicer. But first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna swage all these so that they actually will slip over one another. Okay, swaging the pipe is pretty straightforward. So what we're gonna do is, let me turn the machine on. So what we have here, you can see, it's an 1.5 inch die. That goes on this end, like that. We've clamped the pipe and we're using our 1.5 inch, basically clamps that go on there. Okay, by doing that, this pipe will now fit over top of another 1.5 inch pipe. So I'll loosen it off here. We'll take our dies out. Like I said, they're all 1.5 inch too, right? So it all matches. And what we'll do is, I have the tailpipe laying here. I'll just take and try it. And it should slide right in like that. Right? So that's that end of it done. I'll show you what we're going to do to flare out the other end to go on the manifold. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we have to do. So we can't use this die, obviously. And this is the one we would normally use to dome it, right? Problem is, it's from 2 inch to 2.5 inch. So that one's not going to work. So we have to use this one, right? Problem with that is, we have to put it on one of the other dies that has a nipple on the end. So that's what we're going to do. So that gives us our flare to go up to our exhaust manifold. Okay, so there's basically our exhaust system. Comes out of our manifold, it's going to loop under the radius arm, come up. It's going to go into a 23-inch muffler. That's going to come out with a little stack. As you can see, I've taken and slash cut it. So that's some of what our machine can do. Now this isn't the best example because it's kind of hard to bend tight radiuses with small diameter pipe, but you know what? Considering I haven't done this in probably 15 years, I think it turned out okay.